description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what you could be doing with your instant noodles. Today we got this. This is Hai Aquan. Hi, Aquan. This is it's from China. And it's, this is an odd one. It's tomato potato powder noodle. So I am all over this. Let's give it a go. All right, so let's make it so. It's so funny. It's been a while since I've gotten all super on track with doing noodle reviews and stuff, and I'm having a blast. I gotta be honest. So here is our noodle. Another one of these that's wrapped. Open this up into the bowl and attempt to not have it fly all over the place, which often it enjoys doing. Okay, we're good. And now we add, this looks to be the vegetable, or as I like to call it, vegetable. So this looks like it's got, what, corn and tomato bits. This one is interesting. This is potato powder. So it's like mashed potato. There's that. And then we got this, and this is a liquid sachet. Oh, by the way, it comes with a folding fork, and we'll play with that in a minute. Here comes our liquid. It's like a big monstrous poop, but you know what? I've heard that for a long time, when you squeeze out a sachet and people are like, oh my god, that looks horrible, that looks like this, that looks like that. And it's like, no. Once you get over that kind of weird thing, you'll realize you're about to have something delightful. Let's add liquid to the line. Right there. And then it just says slap a lid on it for 5 minutes, which is what I am going to do, as I've been instructed to do so. So, yeah. But now, we've a fork. We will play with it as I promised. Another one that has like the double eat going on. See? It's like stairs of forking. So, I don't know. Somebody's got logic to it. I'm not a person who knows all about forks. There's the paper utensils. I tried those. Yeah. Well, the next one's going to be interesting too. That one's got a Taiwanese thing to it. This one's Chinese. I think I'm going to be revolving through, I think the next set I'll do a Japanese, a Chinese, and then a Taiwanese, and I'll do all that. I've got some special ones that came in, and so every third one will be one of those. And then when I've already done the unboxing video, so it'd be nice to have the images alongside that, so I'll do that, even though the posts won't be out yet. But you'll be able to see the finished product, at least the way I do it, before that. This one's a little cantankerous because it's like, it doesn't have the exact amount of liquid that it requires, which, oh wait, no. But, or maybe it did. I don't care. It's easier just to do it. Well, actually, no, it's not. I like to cut up these cups and then scan them. I don't like to use them and scan them because they get greasy and wet, and you know, it's like they've been used. But I'll have to like dry this thing out, rinse it out, cut it up, and then scan it, and then wash my scanner bed. So, yeah. So I saw an article that in Japan they've come out with a panel. I don't know if it was true, but it was a solar panel that was made in Japan that, in tandem with a whole bunch more of them, could create more electricity than like 20 nuclear reactors in a smaller area than those would take up, which would be great. I don't know what materials are required to make that, though. That could be the problem. But if it actually works, but still, nuclear fusion, is it fission or fusion? I think it's fusion. Isn't it fusion reactors that don't have any like if it they can't melt down? It's like the only byproduct of a fusion reactor literally is steam, and if all of a sudden it broke, it would just stop. It wouldn't make you all radiated. It wouldn't cause a Chernobyl or anything like that. That's an interesting thing. So Chernobyl's in Ukraine, and I heard stories about from a buddy. He's the esteemed author Matthew Bella has told me all about. He's a huge history buff, and just like the Russians have been absolute mean monsters to Ukrainians over the years. If you're from Russia, I mean, that's fine, you know, you probably weren't, but yeah. And during the Chernobyl thing, they were like, okay, well, it's only safe for you to be in here for an hour, so we're gonna let you go in there for an hour and try to move this thing and get this thing going, and then you can come back. But the safety threshold was like 10 minutes or something like that. Crazy. But whatever. People are horrible. People in power are horrible. And I think it's just the way we're built. There are definitely flaws with the human species that, you know, will eventually be rectified through technology, and you know, I don't know what I was talking to my wife earlier, and I was just like blew my mind. It's like, do you realize, like, think about like 20 years ago and think about it now. We're in the future, right? And it's like there was a robot vacuum running around the house. It's right there. And then I yelled at a device and said, hey, tell it to go home. Trying to have a conversation. It sends it home. I mean, that's insane. Still think we're too young as a species for the transistor, but, you know, it's pretty neat. What's next? What is next? I don't know, but that is mashed potatoes right there, kids. Whoa. All right, let's see what happens. We have mashed potato, tomato. This is going to be, I bet you this tastes kind of like a Szechuan pepperized version of meatloaf. I'm very fascinated, flabbergasted. Wow, that is sloppy stuff. Okay. Wow, mashed potato. God. Is this like for... Is the guy on the side like drunk and this is for when he's hungover? Because this totally looks like hangover food. I got in about 2 in the morning. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe what I made, man. It was like tomato soup and ramen noodles and mashed potatoes. Oh man, I put a little corn in there. It was so grubbing, dude. And yeah. Oh yeah? That's cool. Alright, let's see what we got here. This totally totally seems like a drunken food mashup thing. It didn't when I was like at the outset when I was like getting the post ready and stuff. It wouldn't even have occurred to me. Now I'm like looking at it. It's like, dude. Cheers. It's not bad. Wow. Wow. It's not at all spicy. Zero spicy. Like, total zero spicy. Wow. I like it, but it's like I don't want to eat any more of it. It's so heavy, folks. Oh my god. That's like, wow. If it's 10 degrees below zero on the C scale, I think this would warm you up really quick. But on a hot summer day, no. No. Here we go. Oh, look at that. This is actually, I'm really, I'm impressed. I am honestly really quite impressed with this. I did not expect this to be the way it is. I should have when, you know, it's like, if it's got mashed potato powder. Wow. Yeah, this is a fascinating thing. I don't know what else to do other than just add a little scallion to it. And I mean, even think that's like really weird. This is wow. I'm gonna make my wife try this. Grab her by the ears and go, try this. No. I think she would like this. She likes to stir all her food together. And this kind of seems like something like that. Anyways, it's rotating. I've got to say, that is probably the most American palate-friendly Chinese noodle I've ever had. I gotta be honest. I mean, that's like, I bet you if they sold this, I mean, they do sell it in the United States, but if they packaged it and called it like tomato, potato, and then like, yeah, I don't know, we got tariffs now, but what a weird thing. It's not bad. It's really not bad, but it's heavy. The next one we got is something that promises to be really good. This is Asha Dry Noodle with their beef noodle soup. Beef noodle soup is like the signature. It's like, I think probably every travel log of people going to Taiwan, it's or like anything that's like, you should do this in Taiwan. You gotta try beef noodle when you're there, man. It's good. It's not my favorite thing over there, but it is good. Anyways, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one, and yeah, this will be next. Have a good one. Bye-bye.